Okay, well, welcome. This is TED 682 Instructional Technology. Tonight we're going to be talking about Unit 2, and let's first wrap up our first unit, talking about some of the applications that you were able to use this week. We had the VoiceThread application. You also used the Blogger. Which tools did you enjoy using? Which one could you possibly use in your classroom?
Well, I like the blogger. I could use that for my parents.
Mm-hmm.
The voice thread, I don't know how much I could use that for kindergarten.
Right.
But the blogger, getting a blog set for my parents would help them stay informed. They don't like to read any papers I pass out.
So kind of
So maybe this way. What's that?
So using it as maybe like a newsletter or something of that extent?
Yeah. My parents never seem to want to read any handouts. So if I can have important dates accessible to them, they might be able to look it up on their own.
That's a great idea. So list some dates. I know that once you start exploring some of the apps, if you got a chance to look at the apps feature on the Blogger tool.
I didn't have a chance to really look up too much on there.
Oh, okay, because they have a tool with the Blogger. It's apps, and you can add special features to your blog.
Uh-huh.
So let me show you my blog. Let me just load it up. Okay. So you have your blog. Can you see this, Blogger?
Yeah.
So you can were you able to add some links? Once you add your post, you can add a link to, some resources. So if you wanted to do, maybe you're doing ABC Mouse or another resource, you would just add the You can also insert a video or an image. So if you wanted to add images, maybe of your classroom, maybe of the kids or presenting or field trip, something of that extent, you can add an image. You can also
When you add a
yes.
when you add a link to it, when the parents will they be able to click on that and take them to the link?
Right. You can also insert a video. So if you have videos to share from YouTube, I have my own YouTube channel. So all these videos that I've created are on my own channel. So if you wanted to do videos of your classroom, of students presenting or reading or something of that extent, you would just add it to your YouTube channel and then you just select it and see it just embeds it in the post.
Uh-huh.
So if you wanted to do a video that you found on YouTube about, how students learn to read or something like that, something that's related to the content area,
Mhm.
um, you could include that in your site. Oh, here's my website. And blog, view blog. Here it is. So you have the image, you have the link right here, and that'll take you to the website.
Okay.
Then I have the image, and the video is embedded, so you just click on the video.
Oh, that's nice.
Hello, this is Dr.
So, and then all these other apps on the side here, these are actually gadgets. Have you included any gadgets in your video? In your blog so far?
I put something, and I don't remember. I did it a couple weeks ago. I'm not sure what I put.
Oh, okay. Well, you could do page
Oh,
views.
I think I made like my favorites list or something I was playing around with.
You can have, if you wanted the parents to join your site, so that way if you have any updates, they automatically get an email. You can add the followers link.
Okay.
So these are called gadgets. And I believe that would be in the settings. Go to design. So you go to layout, and then you could just add a gadget, and you could search. I'm not sure if they have a calendar. But you can add images, a slideshow, so if you had pictures from a field trip, if you wanted to poll the the parents about, what day would be best to have an open house or something like that, you could add polls or lists or content feeds from other blogs, other newsletters that you thought would be interesting for them to read.
Uh-huh.
So that's the gadget tool. They used to have you could search here. Oh, they do have a calendar. So that would be something that you'd probably want to try out is the calendar.
Uh-huh.
You can also do the contact form, which is nice, so that they could just send you an email right from the blog. I like the Google because most of their stuff is pretty reliable in terms of I've never had anything crash or not work or anything like that. All right, so what about the VoiceThread? You said that you couldn't see that being used. Did you?
I don't know how to use it for kindergarten. I enjoyed it. I think it's fun.
Right.
I'm not sure how I'd use it for, the little ones.
Were you able to go and look at some of the other VoiceThreads that were already created?
Oh, only a couple.
Okay, because there's some in there that was like poetry that I thought would be pretty cool. If you wanted them to read a poem or share a picture, then they could share that with their parents, or they could comment on each other's work. Okay, I was trying to find some videos here of VoiceThread. They used to have a search button here. Here we go. This first. Oh, here's kindergarten. This is.
Hello, welcome to TIS Kindergarten's picture storybook about how we play and have fun. We created this storybook with Alison Lester when she visited our school in January 2009.
William is playing on the very long slide. Brian is in the park playing with his monster truck. Sienna is picking some flowers for the family. Keelan is playing on the swing.
So you get the idea. They're sharing a picture and writing a sentence and then reading it on the voice read, and then you have.
Like an open house or back to school night kind of thing. Have that the students create it, and then have that playing for the parents.
Absolutely, yeah, that would be fantastic. And then the parents can have that, and they can share it with the grandparents, and it's something that they have that digital footprint.
Mhm.
So there's different. I mean, you have to kind of play around with it, but I think there's different ways that you could use it that would be nice. I mean, they could write, if you're doing math, they could do like pictures of number sentences and then tell a story about their number sentence or something like that. But it has some different functionalities. And again, if you're looking for ways to integrate technology or get parents involved or get them to be part of the classroom environment, technology has that, it has that outlet that you can create that type of classroom environment.
So if I did a voice thread and I put the link on my blog, with the parents, it would just take it straight to them so they can see it? Or do they have to log in?
You can make it public. Like the one that I did for you guys is public. So you could make a public voice thread and you could share it with the link. I'm pretty sure that there's also a feature that if you wanted to embed it, are you familiar with that term?
No.
Oh, basically, it gives you the HTML code. All web pages are made with HTML. So it would give you the code so that way you could add the code into your blog. So you go to share. It gives you a link if you wanted to share. You can allow anyone to view. You can allow anyone to comment. Then you would copy the link. Then you could just add it into your blog post.
Okay.
You create a new post. And you just, you'd want to press the link. And that would be there. And they would just click on it. Now, I thought there was a way that you could embed it. But I'm not seeing that there. So here's our voice thread that we created. Were you able to figure out how to do the images or no? How to upload your image?
No. I didn't even try to do that.
Okay, you should be able to just go to your profile. And let me just look here. So, okay, right here. This is what I'm talking about with the embed. See that?
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Embed is going to give you this HTML. Now, once you copy that, copy to clipboard, copy this, or you could do the link, which is what we just did here on the Blogger.
Uh-huh.
Then you would go into your blog post. See how it says compose and then it says HTML?
Uh-huh.
you would click on the HTML. Now here's the link that we just put. I'm going to add that embedded code that they just sent me. Then I can press save, publish that. Oops. Okay, see that?
Oh, okay. So it takes that little box and brings it on there. So push play.
Yep, you just push play. Now it's already, yep, it's going to take all that image, the whole technology, the HTML that was used to create that voice thread, and it's going to it's going to push it into your blog.
Oh, that I can use.
Yeah, that'd be fun. So that's what they call embed code. So a lot of these web tools that we're going to look at, they're going to have some type of embedded code that you can push into your blog, because it's so commonplace for people to have blogs now that they want to kind of promote it so that you can publish it a little bit more.
Hello, this is Dr. Dickinson. I'm originally from...
So it's going to push it all in there. So you have two options. You could do the HTML or you could embed it.
Okay.
So that's a nice feature. And again, so you just want to go to the menu and embed. If you have a Facebook page with your class, you can push it out to Facebook too. You can make some people do with Facebook is they make a professional page. So if you have a Facebook account, you can go to pages and you can make your own page, and that'll just give you more privacy. Like you can kind of do the same type of social media, but it limits who can post, what is viewed. You can create events on your Facebook page. Do you use Facebook at all?
No.
Okay, I was going to show you mine. There's my little baby. So if you go on the Facebook, I think it should be up here. Oh. Trying to get it in here. There it is. Places, music, events, groups. I am not able to find it tonight. Anyways, there's a feature here. It's called Pages. And right here. And you can make your own page, and then you can share that with your students or with their parents.
What do you think's better, the blogger or setting up a Facebook page?
I mean, it depends on. It's going to have the same kind of features in terms of you can invite people, you can do events, you could create an event, you can share it with the people, you can build an audience, you can share links or videos, all that stuff. So it has the same functionality. I think it just depends on where you feel most comfortable. Like I share this with my students, and then I share information with them. And I know a lot of my students are, they're into social media. So it's an easy way for them to kind of get information without, because they check their Facebook every single day. So it depends on where you feel most comfortable.
Okay.
I mean, if you're not using Facebook right now, then maybe just stick to the blogger. All right, so we were talking about Blogger. Let's go on to Unit 2. Were you able to review the lecture for Unit 2?
Yes.
And there's
Yeah. I was able to watch the videos and the reading and the lecture.
great. Did you find anything from the videos this week that you might want to implement into your classroom or?
The blended learning.
Right.
I'm going to try to do that a little bit this year. Because I'm going to do a center rotation where I have 3 centers. And one of them is going to have a computer lab time. I'm going to try to have it where they were learning on the computer and then they put it into practice in the next center. So I'm going to try that.
Now you can also do your own videos and then have the kids watch the videos at home.
Yeah, I saw that on one of the videos. I don't remember
Khan Academy?
what it was.
I think it was Khan Academy. That was the one.
That's interesting. The flipped classroom?
Right, that's the flipped classroom model.
Yes, I think that's very interesting. I don't know how well it'll work for kindergarten.
Right. It's more common with upper grades, like math classes, where they'll watch a video of a lecture, how to find slope. They watch if you have information where it's really procedural, where basically I'm just teaching you how to do a procedure, you could do it from the comfort of your home. Do that, and then when we get in the classroom, I want you to apply it. So
yeah.
That model works really well if you have that type of content. But I think with your grade level, you're going to have more direct instruction. You need to be very explicit. You want to have some type of response from the students. I don't think it would be as easy to do.
No, but I like the idea.
Yeah. So this week, you're going to be looking at the screener or the screencast tool. And do you have an Apple? What do you use?
No, I have an HP.
Okay, so you can use Screener or Screencast-O-Matic. Right now, I'm using Camtasia, and it's recording my screen, so that way I can share it with you. But basically, what it will do is capture your screen. You know how I do my lectures?
Yeah.
I make a PowerPoint, and then I capture the screen, and I walk through my PowerPoint. And what it'll do is, after I start recording, it'll ask me if I want to publish it on YouTube. So that's what you're going to do this week. So you have either Screener or Screencast-O-Matic.
Do you have to have a YouTube account to be able to do this?
Do you have Google? You have a Gmail.
Yeah.
You have Gmail. Gmail and YouTube are actually one company.
Okay.
So what it'll do is it'll ask you to sign in with your Gmail.
Okay.
What I like about these tools is that you don't need to download anything. You're not going to have to download some type of tool onto your desktop to save it. So let me just show you this 1-minute quick tour. This is the screener. This allows you to do a 5-minute video. Screencast-O-Matic is 15 minutes.
Welcome to Screener. Screencast made easy. Got a Mac or a PC? Cool. Let's record a screencast. Start by clicking the record button. Put the recording frame where you need it. Choose your microphone and click record. You're on. Everything you say and do is being recorded. If you need a break, click pause. When you're finished recording, Click Done. Add your message and publish. Your screencast gets uploaded to a page like this. Now everyone can see it, even on an iPhone. Share your screencast on Facebook and Twitter. You can even put it on YouTube or your own site. So that's Screener. Screencast made easy.
All right. Did you have any questions about that?
No.
Okay. So the assignment, let me get out of here. Essentially, I think it's assignment. Is it assignment 2.1? You're going to make a video cast, which is just like the video that we saw. And you're going to record yourself presenting about some information that you saw. You can do the TCAL. This is real classrooms. If you can't find anything that's related to kindergarten, you could go to Edutopia or you could go to Teacher Channel.
Okay.
Because I know this has mostly upper grades. And you're going to watch a tutorial or a video. Here you go. Here's one on creating e-portfolios using Google Sites. You know, you would watch the presentation.
Hello, my name is Susan Brooks Young. I spent 23 years working as a teacher and administrator in public and private education. Now I work with educators both. According to Wikipedia, Google Sites is a structured wiki and web page creation tool offered by Google as part of the Google Apps Productivity Suite. The goal of Google Sites: student portfolios can take different formats. Developmental portfolios are used to document works in progress. For example, the portfolio page shown here is from a high school student's senior project, which was used to record a nearly year-long endeavor. Formal portfolios are often used to showcase exemplary examples of student work.
Okay, so watch a video related to, something that you could potentially use in your classroom. And here are the requirements. You want to make sure that you introduce the title, the author, and the URL of the video. And then just give a brief overview of the video. What are the main points? What is the purpose? What are the goals? How is it related to the content? What is the usefulness of it? And then any benefits or challenges for instructional practices. So that particular video was about creating e-portfolios using Google Sites. So you'd share, what are some benefits of doing that with students, being able to share that information with parents, being able to update their information throughout the course, and what are some challenges? Well, you'd have some obvious technical challenges. You might have students that don't have any technical experience. They might need a lot more scaffolding. Then you would share some ways this approach could be applied in your classroom. So you're teaching multiple subjects. So you would talk about how you would apply it across the curriculum. Versus if you were single subject like English teaching, you might want to just talk about how they would use an e-portfolio to, go through some type of writing process. And then you would include a critical thinking question to kind of stimulate a discussion with the audience. Now, after you create your video cast, you're going to share a link, or now that I've showed you how to embed, you can also embed it on your blog.
Okay.
Because that...
It says,
go ahead.
in the directions I was reading earlier, we have to respond to 2 classmates. There's only one other person, so do I just do one?
Exactly, yeah. Just one person, just Carlos. So with the YouTube, once you've uploaded to YouTube, then it does this automatically. Pretty much it's going to ask you at the end of your screencast, how you want to share it. I strongly recommend doing YouTube because we're on a Google platform, which is Blogger, and Blogger and YouTube are the same company now, or they have the same. And then you can share it as a link, or there's that embed code. He's going to copy it and paste it into a blog post. Any questions on that?
Not right now.
Okay, you can
Sure,
watch.
once I start doing it.
Yeah, once you start doing it, you can send me an email or you can watch the video. Okay. So again, you can use TCal if you can't find something that's related to your area. I know you talked about doing blended learning, so you might want to look at some videos for kindergarten blended learning, and then you could report on how that teacher uses it. So I want it to be something of value to you.
Okay.
Now your next discussion is you're going to do a blog post of your choice. This could be any topic of interest. Have you thought of some blog posts that you might want to do, or?
I haven't yet, but on the blog post, is there a certain length that you want on them, or just what's relevant?
I mean, there's not particular any word count. I think, 500 words is pretty good.
Okay. And you want us to try and add like a video or some kind of link to the idea?
If you want to add a video, that would be great, because that's again, it's going to show some support related to the topic, or if you have some other resources, you could do that as well. Okay. So if you were on, let's say you were on Ed Week, which is a education news site, and you found a topic there that you were interested in, you could share that link, and you could write a blog post in response to that. So if you want to do something on e-learning, or if you wanted to do something on, this would be something that you might be interesting to you. Is virtual kindergarten a good or bad idea? So, yeah, that would be interesting to read, and you could just share your thoughts on that. And then you'd add a link to this video. How's that sound?
Looks pretty good.
Here, I'll share the link with you. Do you see the chat bar?
Yes.
Great.
Thank you.
You don't have to do it, but if you want to read it, if it's interesting, you can. If not, I won't be offended. Okay. So the more you get to, experience doing a blog, adding videos, adding links, the easier it's going to come to you. It's going to move you up that technical ladder from that first survey that you took. I think you said, what was your score?
Oh, the lowest you get. I don't remember.
We want to get you to the other end by the end of this course.
Oh, I'm already getting better.
Yay, that's great.
Hey, I can read your message this time. The first time we chatted, I couldn't figure out how to get that bar to come up.
My chat message?
Yeah. It's there this time. The first time we chatted months ago, I couldn't figure out how to use this website.
Oh, the Google Hangouts?
Yeah. I'm getting better.
Now, the next discussion is Poplet. Have you used the Poplet?
Nope.
Okay. I love Poplet. It's fun. What you're going to do on the Poplet is, and this is related to assignment 2.2.
Uh-huh.
For assignment 2.2, you're going to design a technology lesson for diverse learners. So you're going to use the lesson plan format from National University. You're going to create 3 adaptions for 1 activity, 1 English learner, 1 student with special needs, and 1 student who is gifted. You'll administer the activity and collect some. Are you in school?
See, I was going to ask you about that. This is supposed to be due September 1st. I don't start class till September 3rd.
Oh, okay. So
I can
yeah,
create it all, but
you
I
can
won't have the any of the feedback from the lesson until
after the
That's
course. So let's just do A and B.
Well, I can create a lesson that's beginning of the year stuff, but it would be, I don't know what day that would be. I can get it done by. I'd be able to submit it by the 8th. Because I can, I start teaching right away.
Right.
But that's a week later.
Okay, so can I give you an extension and then you can see
I'll do the work if I can turn it in on the 8th.
Okay. And we'll just see what you can get done. I mean, if you're not able to collect data, let's just say that you just do an activity and you have the students go onto a website for an extension activity at home, and then collect some feedback from them. That would still be assessment data.
Okay.
It could be an informal assessment. What did you like about the website? How long did you play it for? So it doesn't have to be a formal assessment in terms of a test to see what they learned. It could just be an informal assessment about what they liked. It could be more of affective versus cognitive or something to that. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So I'll be flexible, and I know that you're at the beginning of the year, and you're probably going to have a lot of other things that you want to get through too.
Well, there's always a lot to do, but I'll get it for you. All right, half my class is first graders. They're my last year kindergartners.
Oh wow! And
so
I
I'm
remember
already familiar with half of them. So would I be able to just do this assignment just for first grade, or do I need to do it for kindergarten and first?
No, you could just do half. That's fine.
Okay, because I could probably get it by the 8th for you if I do the first graders.
Okay.
Because I know where it left off. And
right.
It should be a little easier to get it done in time.
And you're at a private school, so you don't have English learners or special needs, right?
No, I don't. I have, I guess special needs, they are above average in that area. They are gifted. But I don't have to make any modifications for ELL.
Right, so maybe just do 1 high, 1 low. So just 2 modifications for a high learner and a student that might be a little bit below grade level.
Okay.
Because you don't have English learners, right?
No.
And then, you just write a reflective essay on the effectiveness in the lesson. And again, if you want to just do some informal assessments, some questions and answers, maybe you want to show the students a video. I know they use, have you heard of Brain Pop?
No.
A lot of the teachers use the Brain Pop. It's a science website that has videos, and it's K-12. Maybe you want to show them a video on the water cycle or something like that, and have the students just kind of give you some feedback on what they learned.
Okay.
Make sure that you identify the content standard. If it's a lesson about rules or about procedures, just make sure that you identify that in your lesson plan, since it's the first week of school.
How long are you wanting the essay to be?
It should be a page.
Okay.
Now, the Poplet, which you're going to create in discussion 2.2, should be something that's going to help you with assignment 2.2. So Poplet, it's a brainstorming tool. So think of this, using this site to brainstorm some ideas for creating your technology lesson. So you have to create an account. You can create up to 5 free Poplets. I'll show you an example. So this student did a lesson, and I believe this was a first grade class, on bar graphs. And let's just zoom in here. First grade standard here on organizing, represent, and interpreting data using bar graphs. The goal was to identify different parts of a bar graph. You could see the student here, her name's Christy. So all of the comments here that say Christy are Poplets that she made, and the ones here with my name is my feedback. So I asked her what grade it was, and then she said first grade, so you can tell she went back. And then I said, can gifted students make their own graphs and write questions? Because she was creating modifications. So she did a modification for gifted students. They're going to create and analyze their own analytical questions about their graphs. Listen to audio, and then English learners are going to listen to audio recordings of questions online. And then another colleague in the class also shared information or gave her feedback. And here you see she referred her to the Brain Pop site that I was just telling you about.
Yeah.
And Jennifer gave her some more feedback on bar graphs. So what you're going to do is you're just going to create a lesson here. So it should have 3 parts. She made her image here, and then she talked about differentiation. She kind of gave an overview at the top of the lesson, and then on this side of the Poplet, she talked about how she's going to use the technology. She's going to use an iPad and an LCD projector, and they're going to answer questions on the iPad about bar graphs using this IXL website. Okay. And then I gave her another resource, which is this NCES site where kids can actually create a bar graph. It's really cool. I love this site. So this site, kids can create their own bar graphs. I also, have you been to my website?
No.
Here's a, if you want to, I used to be a math coach for an elementary school. So you could click on my website, and there's elementary mathematics links for learning. And there's some games here for elementary students. So if you wanted to play a game, I don't have this Adobe. I'm not going to install it right now. Oh, this one's going to... If you wanted to do one of these sites, you can do that with your kids. So what number's after 0? And then you just have the kids yell out after 1.
Ow, not
Oops.
the stones. Yep.
2. After 2.
Yep.
3.
Yep. Ow, not the stones.
So
Yep.
there's some
Ow,
resources
no,
here
no,
for
next.
you that you can refer to as well. I also have some reading website games for kindergarten, first grade.
Okay.
So I'll just share that with you here. All right. And I also put a lesson plan on the doc sharing for the unit. But also share this pop-up with you. Oops. Here's the link. So what you'll need to do is create an account. Once you have an account, then you click on Make a New Poplet. You name your poplet. Pick a color. Then you just click Make It So. Then you get to this blank screen, and you're just going to double click on it, and it's going to create a little bubble. You can type in the bubble. You can make another bubble. You can link the bubbles together. You can change the color of the bubbles. You can draw things. You can add an image. You can add an image or video. I like that they have an account with Flickr. So it just automatically, you don't have to search different sites. You just click on the Flickr, and then say you're doing a math lesson. You just type it in there. Click on it, click add, and it's going to put it right there for you.
Okay.
And then you want to make sure that you're sharing this. You can make it public. That's the easiest thing to do. And then you would just send me the link by clicking on this link here. You will also want to add collaborators. That will allow me to edit and give you feedback on your poplet. So
All right.
just send me my email. And now I'm added as a collaborator, so I can go and add some feedback to you. If you make it public, I can look at it, but I can't add feedback.
All right.
I know it's a lot for you to remember because we're doing a lot right now.
I'm taking notes.
Oh, okay. But don't worry if you turn it in and it's late and I say, oops, can you add me as a collaborator? You forgot to add me. I'm not going to take off points for anything like that. I know it's all new information, and again, you know, the point of the class is for you to learn as much as you can about different ways you can add technology.
On this Poplet website, do they have tutorials if I forget something?
They do.
Okay.
Yeah, they have a, I think I added some too. They have some videos here. All right. And we have the assignment 2.2 and your post-assessment. This is another web tool. This is called Padlet, and it's kind of like a Padlet. It's just like a whiteboard, and you could add questions or comments. So your post-assessment is to talk about some ways that technology can be integrated at your school site, given the resources and everything that you have.
Okay.
And that's the post-assessment. Here's the tools that we used in this site, in this lecture, in this unit. Did you have, and make sure that you're sending your assignments in the Dropbox. So if it's just a link to your blog, then you just put it in a Word document with the link and your name and just submit it. Otherwise, it's hard for me to give you feedback because I'm not able to send back a document if you don't send me one.
Okay.
There's some other web tools that are here on the Webliography. Did you have any other particular questions about the unit that you wanted to talk about, or questions?
The only one I had was about the technology activity, because it's due before my school starts.
Oh, okay.
So as long as I can turn it in a week late, I'll be able to have it for you.
Okay, sounds good.
Okay.
So you'll turn it on the 8th.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of it I can get, I can create the lesson, do all the work for that, but, implementing it, it would be a little late.
Right. Well, if you want to send me the lesson before you actually do it, I can give you some feedback. And then you could do it, and I could give you, your final grade after you turn in all the reflection essay.
Okay.
Let's just plan on doing that.
Okay, I can do that.
All right. Okay, well, did you have any other questions or things you wanted to talk about? Was this helpful?
I think you got them all answered tonight.
All right, fantastic. So we'll meet again in another 2 weeks, which will be the start of Unit 3. And we could go over your lesson plan, and I can give you some feedback during our Unit 3 lesson.
Okay.
Sounds good.
All right, thank you.
Thanks, Amy. And I will share the link for our session tonight on the wall, on the class wall. That way, if you want to refer back to that.
All right, thank you.
Okay, have a good night, and good luck with your first week of school.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, it's coming soon.
I know. Enjoy it. Enjoy those babies for as long as you can, too. I know you have 2 little ones.
Oh, goodness. I'll tell you this real quick. I was in the backyard working on a lesson plan at the table, and my kids were playing. And I was like, wow, the neighbor's kid sounds like Colin. I look over, my kids are in the next door neighbor's yard.
Oh, my gosh.
They climbed the fence and got over.
Wow.
They're 3.
Wow.
Yeah.
You had 2 little monkeys. Gotta watch out.
Oh, yes. They climb everything.
Well, that's good. Get out their energy. Maybe time to get a rock climbing wall in your backyard.
My husband wants to put them in climbing now.
Oh, really?
Oh, that's good. We could put them in climbing. It's like, no climbing.
I have my 3-year-old in a gymnastics class. They actually have like a free gym. Like once a week they have like free gym time, and I just send them there, and I just sit over in the corner and do some work for an hour, and they just get all their energy out, because 3-year-old boys, that's
a handful.
It's a hand when you have twins, so you have double trouble.
They are. I couldn't believe it when they were over there. I thought there was a hole in the fence. I'm running around the fence.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Wow.
Sad news.
Well, I have a 5-year-old. They calm down by 5. So you only
I
got
hope so.
2 more years left.
Yeah. I can't wait, but at the same time,
Right.
my baby.
Yeah. I know. Then they'll be going to kindergarten. You're like, oh my gosh, they're already in school. Where did the time go?
Yeah.
My little one's starting kindergarten.
It's a good grade.
Yeah, it is. It's good for the parents
They're
getting a
happy.
little break.
They're happy to be in kindergarten. That's the best part. They have kids who are happy to be there.
That makes a big difference for sure.
Mhm.
Well, have a good
But,
night, and we'll see you in 2 weeks.
all right. Thank you.
Take care. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Yeah. What's wrong?
She fell out. She needs a breast.